Everyone thinks the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is built for adventure, but after taking it through airports, cities, road trips, and long-haul flights, I think Apple made something even better. The ultimate travel watch. By the end of this video, I think you'll understand why it's now the first thing I pack before every single trip. I've traveled with my Rolex Explorer 2, G-Shocks, and Garmin watches, but the Apple Watch Ultra 3 does a few things that none of these watches can do that makes it a cut above the rest. Here's 5 reasons why you should consider one for your next trip. If you're like me, you travel to enjoy the place that you're going to visit. But all too often when traveling, I see countless people spending ages scrolling away on their phones rather than soaking up the atmosphere of wherever you're visiting. Your phone is a constant source of distraction. Pick it up and you've got hundreds of apps, notifications, and games ready to take your attention away from being present wherever you are. On the flip side though, for me anyway, I don't want to be totally disconnected. I still want to be notified by my house alarm if it goes off, and I still want my security cameras to let me know if they've detected something that shouldn't be there. You can customize the notifications on your Apple Watch so the only things that are getting through are the things that you want. Yes, you can do that on your phone too, but every time you get the notification from your camera that the postman has delivered a letter on your watch, you see it, dismiss it, and go about your business. If you pick up your phone for that notification, you're greeted with a long list of all the notifications that you weren't notified about, ready to steal your attention away from the moment. On the watch, it's a quick glance, tap to dismiss, and you're done. No chance of getting trapped by your phone. To do this, go to the watch app on your phone, tap into notifications. In the list of apps, instead of mirroring your phone, change it to custom and tap notifications off. Do this for all the apps aside from the ones you want to get notifications for, and you've got a distraction-free setup that allows you to stay present in the moment but connected for the things that you want. Another great way that the watch allows you to keep your phone in your pocket or bag while traveling is Apple Wallet. If you add your boarding passes, credit cards, and any other tickets that you might have purchased to Apple Wallet, you can use the watch as a ticket rather than having to get your phone out. And it's smart too. When you get to the airport and are nearing the time of your flight, your boarding pass will be ready in the smart stack so you can access it with minimal fuss. Not to mention pay for that extortionate airport food that you get locked into buying. Most people that have mechanical or Garmin watches will tell you that the Apple Watch battery life is terrible. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not quite true, especially with the Ultra 3. I regularly get 2 full days out of my Ultra 3. And whilst that doesn't compare to the basically infinite battery life for my Rolex Explorer 2, which is also a great travel watch because it has a GMT function and allows you to keep track of time whilst you're away, although it doesn't do much else. Yes, it also doesn't compare to my Garmin Fenix 8 Solar because that gets 20 plus days battery life. But this isn't the entire picture. See, the thing is, most of us go for a shower every single day. At least I hope you do anyway. And Apple has made charging your Apple Watch Ultra, and indeed all Apple Watches, so simple that having a 2-day battery life is really not that much of a limiting factor. You just stick the watch onto charge while you shower and get dressed, and it really becomes a non-issue. And that's where the sponsor of today's video, MagBak, comes in. MagBak have created this. A fantastic travel charger that helps you streamline your nightstand and slim down what you carry when traveling to keep all of your key devices charged up fast. This is their 3-in-1 travel charger that has recently earned a permanent place in my travel backpack, and it has the potential to replace 3 cables and 3 chargers from your own setup as well. So when you go for a shower, slip your watch off, and instead of putting it down on a table, put it down on this. And within 30 to 40 minutes, you'll have enough juice to keep your Apple Watch Ultra going for another full day. And when you need to charge your phone, you'll get full Qi 2.2 25-watt charging speeds, meaning you'll get the fastest possible wireless charging to your iPhone. On the back, you also get a pad to charge up your AirPods, meaning all 3 of your devices can charge simultaneously from one charger and one cable. The charger has an aluminium unibody design, meaning it stays cool when charging at max speeds to provide the most efficient power to your devices. It's a premium product with a premium look and feel, meaning it will look great on any nightstand and tidy up that mess of cables. And when it's time to take it away with you, it folds up easily and will fit literally into any bag. It comes with a USB-C cable and this tiny 45-watt USB-C charger, so you've got an all-in-one kit to charge up all your everyday devices. Visit the link in the description and use the discount code NeilShah15 on the screen now to get yours now, and thank you to MagBak for sponsoring this video. Now, when you're out on a city break, exploring an unfamiliar city, having a watch like my Rolex Explorer 2 on your wrist can make you feel, well, a little bit uncomfortable. You hear a lot of horror stories of people getting robbed for their Rolex GMT watches and indeed any relatively expensive mechanical watch. And it really does make you wonder whether wearing it for its intended purpose as a travel and exploring watch is really the smartest thing to do from a safety perspective. I recently wore my Rolex Explorer 2 on a trip across Quebec City, Montreal, and Toronto, and irrespective of how safe or unsafe these cities are, I felt unbelievably self-conscious wearing what is close to a £10,000 watch. It makes you constantly worry about covering up your wrist to make sure it's not on show. An Apple Watch Ultra, by comparison, whilst not cheap, basically blends away into the background because so many people have them anyway. And on top of that, especially when exploring an unfamiliar city, the Apple Watch has a bunch of other benefits. On that trip, I actually double-wristed my Explorer 2 and my Apple Watch. And it really hammered home just how useful it was to have the Apple Watch on my wrist. Phone theft is another major problem when you're using your phone to navigate around, walking around a city. You inevitably spend a lot of time with your phone in hand, eyes down, looking at the screen for where to turn next. Well, with the Apple Watch on your wrist, the map and turn-by-turn notifications all pop up on your wrist and your phone stays in your pocket or bag. And it's so much safer to glance at your wrist when it vibrates rather than having to walk around phone in hand, keeping an eye on the map. And for me, as I'm often pushing a stroller for my son, getting the phone out to check where to go next means stopping, taking the phone out, checking where to go, putting the phone back in my pocket before I can get going again. With the Apple Watch on wrist, I just need to twist my wrist towards me a bit and I don't even have to break stride. And not to mention that you can track all your walks and whatever other fitness activities that you decide to do on holiday, all from one place. Making payments with Apple Pay, transit cards, controlling music playing on your AirPods from your phone, taking calls, all done without having to take out your phone. On top of that, you get other perks like fall detection, crash detection, that will call emergency service for you if you're unresponsive. You get satellite communications if you're off the beaten track and get into trouble and need to get in contact with someone in an emergency, and it even has a siren if you need to alert people around you. Another great perk of having an Apple Watch is its customizability. Take a textile strap, a silicone strap, and a leather or metal strap, and for literally next to no storage space, you've got a watch that allows you to put a nice strap on when you're out for a nice dinner, a silicone strap when you jump in the pool, and a comfortable textile strap all other times. You can switch up the look whenever you want to, so it doesn't feel like you're stuck with the same watch every single day. For someone like me who enjoys having a small watch collection and wearing a different timepiece almost every day of the week when at home, I don't feel like I need to carry multiple watches to achieve a similar thing whilst on holiday. Now, if you're off on a trip that includes any real adventure, you'll also appreciate just how durable the Apple Watch Ultra is. I took my Apple Watch through a Tough Mudder where it got smacked against poles and literally caked in mud, and it came out without a single scratch. You can check out this video linked here for more detail on that. You can't say that about most other watches, especially mechanical watches. Even the most shock-resistant mechanical watch is going to have its movement damaged with a hard enough whack. Whereas the Apple Watch Ultra, because of its quite clever design, it's going to be quite happily making it through most things that you'll throw at. On that Tough Mudder, I actually tried quite hard to get the watch to either crack or break in some other way, even hitting it against a metal pole to see what happened, because I wanted to test the durability of it. But because of the small but effective bezel around the screen is rarely going to actually make contact with whatever you smack it against. So it's actually really hard to break these things. So there you have it, my take on why the Apple Watch Ultra 3 is the best travel watch. Which watch do you travel with? Do you take your nice mechanical watches, or are you Team Apple Watch? Let me know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to see more of me. Thanks again to MagBak for sponsoring this video. If you want to pick up their excellent travel charger, don't forget to use my link and discount code in the video's description to get yourself 15% off. But most of all, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.